Hi, I'm Bareknuckle to the Secrets of Irish Bareknuckle Boxing. On these tapes you can learn the old style techniques of the Bareknuckle fighters, how they train, the techniques, the punches and strategies they used. We're also going to cover dirty boxing, how modern boxers can use these techniques to devastate their opponents, illegally in the boxing ring and legally in the mixed martial arts ring. All the stuff I'm going to show you today you can use for self-defense or as a deterrent. I'm definitely not advocating you actually use any of these techniques in the ring because they're so dangerous. But if someone's using them on you, you will be able to defend against them and pay them back in kind if they start it first. Okay, we're going to start with the basic striking techniques. As well as using their fists, the boxers also use their palms, the heel of the palm, the forearm and the elbow. All these ways that you can punch really hard without actually breaking the knuckles off the head. Now the first thing we're going to do is using the heel of the palm inside the punch. It can be used as a basic strike or as a hidden foul strike in boxing as well. So let's go over how it works. Okay, Peter, can you step with me? Okay. So instead of punching to the chin this way, with the knuckles that way, we're going to use the heel of the palm. That means at the final second of the punch, you twist your hand over and the heel strikes it that way, pushing it across. Okay, this one so you can see it better. Coming out, the last second, flick it over, bang, cut across to the heel. Now the heel is very heavy, very hard, and when you hit something with it, it's going to really go. And also there's no danger of hurting your hand with it. Hitting on the point of the chin spins the head, a better knockout. Now, if you want to get really violent with this, the way you do it. You skim it out at the last second, bam, you cut him across the mouth. That's going to knock his lips against his teeth and rip his lips apart. It can also break his teeth as well. A lot of blood there, the way to stop a fight. You can do it in a combination, throw it that way first, and then spin through with a second punch, a basic punch afterwards. The same punch goes across the nose, slams the nose sideways across the face, cracking it. Hitting it sideways at the heel will break a lot easier than hitting it with the glove or with the bare fist straight on. So we've got across the chin, whip them out, the nose, and if you want to cut them on the eyes, you bring the palm across, skim it across the eyes. That would tear the eyelid, or hit a bit higher, it would tear the eyebrow. If you have gloves on, you whip the glove here, it would tear the eyebrow easier. And also with the gloves on, you would hit way harder with the palm of the hand like that. These are dangerous because it can easily be an accidental punch. Even if you hit him with the palm, going across a normal punch, it looks like you just did a normal punch and missed him slightly. So the referee won't call it and won't see it. So be very aware of that one. If someone uses it on you and you do it back to them, it will really cut them apart. You can show it too in a combination this way as well. We might go with a palm here and another one up to the eye, like that. That will really come up really bad. Okay. So here's the basic jab, popping out that way. So we're jabbing out and back. Now with the palm strike, at the last second it flicks over and the heel hits here. Usually get the fist closed and it goes across like that. So basic jab and the palm through. For a really speedy cut, come through this way. And look from this side here. From this angle again, it's even hard to see it. You actually are hitting it here and not like that there, okay? Coming across again here. Using it with the backhand, in this case my left hand, you get way more power and can really stop him with one good shot here. You definitely stop him coming forward into you. This hand here, a speedy, quick cut. So you go from this side, or here. And because there's no give in the wrist, you actually can deliver more power with the arm here than you can with a basic punch. Because there's no give in the wrist here, there's no weak point on impact at all. It goes out and back. Again, we can hide it, basic jab, come through with the palm, that way like that. Now we're going to do the sliding forearms. This part of the bone here strikes. It's not really a straight forearm strike, It's a sliding forearm strike. So Peter, give me a shoulder there. So instead of going like this, here, we slide that way. And then you lean and small, but at the same time. So you go out, and you lean and drive it, bang, that way. Instead of going here, the correct technique to do here is to go slide that way like that. Okay. So, you see it? It's coming in here the same way. Usually the best fits here is across the mouth and the nose and the cheekbone. So I'm coming in here, I miss it deliberately. This form slides through into the mouth, bang, pushes across. Goes across the nose, across here, or even again the eyes. There. From this side again, through, bang, that way. Or across here. Whichever way you go, as long as you stay away from the skull, you won't hurt your arm at all. Coming through. That's a huge, huge powerful strike. And again, the forearm is going to cut him badly and smash into his face. If you do it with the glove on, the edge of the glove here will protect your arm and make it a stronger, more powerful weapon. Remember, the gloves are there to make your hands stronger. The cuffs of the gloves and the heel of the glove here and here, they make your hand much more powerful for all the strikes. That's a sliding forearm. Coming in here, through, coming straight through here, and through again. It's a huge, huge powerful shot. Get loads of leverage behind it, and it comes through. So out here, you set it up, you come through, back, 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 that way and through. You threw your punch to the head, he slipped it, you missed the punch, and cuts him back as well. The other part, same thing here, you missed the punch, you slide through, back, back, that way here. Striking surface here. We can do it in a combination as well, holding up to me. You might throw a straight jab, he slips the punch, it's coming up again, bang, you catch him purely accidentally on the way up again with the sliding forward. It's a great one to see if someone's got very good head movement coming in towards you very fast and you have a hard time stopping with a real punch, especially a shorter opponent, and you can't get leverage into a power shot. The form, even a close range, the form comes across, that will stop him coming into you. Here and here when you set this down, that's something coming in. So we go across, basic jab, follow through, form coming through. Or left hand first, follow through, form coming through again. Motion, so put your hands up. Okay, when you hit that a bit lower, okay, he's coming in, he's getting past my punches. I can't throw a full power shot from here and stop him coming against me. So I flick my hand over and the forward hits him here, that drives him back. And then another basic punch and knockout. Okay, still again, okay, so he slips my jab, I miss him, boom. He's coming in close, I follow through here, bang, knock him back. If I do it again, I don't really have space for an orthodox punch bar the uppercut. And if he's getting in very fast, I haven't got time to actually set an uppercut, but even from here I can throw this punch, bang across and force his head back and punch him again. Whereas I mightn't have time, so again, I mightn't have time to actually get the uppercut off, and his hands could be up guarding it as well. Whereas this way, I would definitely force him off me. Next punch, the axe, is a really, really blatant foul punch, or it can be a hidden one as well, and you can use it too, mixed martial arts obviously. But here's how it works. So you usually go from the power side, so again, it's coming through here on the same angle as a right hook. But instead of actually throwing a right hook, at the final second, you twist over and you use the heel of your hand, the heel of the glove, and the forearm as well. And it comes over and down across, a bit like a karate inner forearm block. As you go on, you see a big similarity between bare-knuckle boxing and traditional karate, especially the older styles. A lot of similarities there, we cover them later on in the tape. So we're coming through, across, the temple, the jaw, behind the ear. If you get closer, the whole forearm goes through here as well. Very, very heavy, powerful shot. Now what you can do is throw the punch, at the last second flick it over and cut down, bang, with the forearm and the fist as well. Hook punch, hook punch, hook punch, twist it last second, there as well. You can use it as well if someone's coming towards you. The hook on here You're striking, bang, follow off the strike, putting his head forward as well to spin away from. So, coming up here, put a punch out there, here. At the end, glove hooks on, pushes his head down as you go off to the right. That really works well stopping someone coming in onto your chest. Help him on his way and push him down. Put all your weight on top of his head and strike down with it. Okay, say that again. He's coming through here, coming across, hit him here hard as you can. The glove hangs on his head, push down on his head, come around, lift up again, boom, catch him in normal shot again. Now, if Peter's hands up really tight and he's guarding his face, you can still just go right into his guard. There, just club him aside. Club him as hard as you can with your hand, and then you can watch with a more basic punch. If you hit him like either there, now notice my forearm, the biggest part of my forearm, hits him right in the wrist as well. So you can try and actually crush his wrist bone, bang here as well. And if Peter's hands are where they are now, actually touching his face, you're actually driving his glove into his face as well. So I hit the full power into his face, even though his hands are up. It's a great, great, great power punch to use. You can use it from close range as well. If we're in here and we're in a tight clinch, you can lift off, spin your body through, bang here as well, like an inner forearm block. So you spin your body. Now all the inside punches, don't be doing them this way. Make sure you actually spin your body hard and through. So you spin that way, while lowering your center of gravity. If you stay too tall, you throw the punch, twist your body, you can easily get thrown. Make sure end these punches in close, base down nice and low, spin through, and strike with the forearm that way. Coming through, you spin the arm in, watch my elbow, tucks in, power comes in here. You also twist your hip. Remember, all punches, as you know, come from the leverage of the legs and the hips and the shoulders. The arm helps it at the end. It's not just a big club. That works though, but it's not just a big club. Around and down that way. So you're coming through here, like that, and the forearm goes all the way through and back. You throw the fake punch, last second, slap the fist down and across, cutting him. You can cut your fist across his ear or his temple. If you're looking the wrong way, across the nose as well. So watch that now. We throw a right hook at the last second, through, and you're going down as well to help him on his way down. Also pushing him off balance, setting up another punch. If you do a hidden left hook, or right hook I should say, then it would be the fist doing it. If you just go for a power forearm, I would definitely use the biggest bone here, or if you're wearing a boxing glove, then use the heel of the glove, even better. That way you can't hurt your hands. A really, really clumsy looking punch that goes in, hits them, and stuns them. Out and through. Now the hammer hand, or the hammer forearm, it's coming back across here, striking with this bone here, or the fist. I would say definitely use the bone. If you wear gloves on, use your fist. But the bone is even better, alright? Using the bare hand, you want to jam your wrist into his head to make sure it's the glove or the forearm best thing to use. Now, this one is used really as a counter. I've missed a right hook. I said, Peter, dip under the hook for me. Boom. Up again. Then it comes back up again. You uncoil your body, twisting your waist, let it go. And it goes right out there with the hammer. Down. Uncoil your body. There, best way to use it really, okay? Because in missing the hook, you're calling for a huge power shot when you come back. It's really, really going to be a devastating shot. Again, it can strike anywhere from the chin to the temple, ear, nose, eyes. If you manage to turn the head sideways, but you can see that's going to take him right out, right into the nose and the mouth. That would definitely stop him. One shot here with the nose, that would definitely stop him dead. So one more time, he dips under the hook, come back. Again, spin your whole body through, across, there, follow through then with a basic punch. You can see this used too in traditional martial arts like karate, kung fu. They all use it. That tells you if you used between Ireland, Britain and Okinawa and China, it must be a good shot to be using all of this at the same time. Great spin, powerful shot. See from the other side, goes under, comes up, and through using your whole body. One more time, under, comes up. Now obviously you can use it from different angles and different setups than that, but that's the basic way of using it here. You can just go here as well, dip over, bang, come through, slide over, boom, come through as well. Maybe if I slide over from my right hand, I slide this way, he recovers his guard, boom, you come back to it again, slides over, move your head out of the way, and you come back that way again. Okay, let's do the patch then. We come over, we come back, boom, across the forearm there that way. So, I slide over, come through, there. I've missed a hook punch, come back again, and through again. Notice that I'm planting my feet, I'm spinning my whole body to the target. So, I missed a hook, and I come through. Miss it again, come through. For this one, the more you spin your waist, the better. You can practice too as a drill. So let's say we're here, and Peter throws maybe a straight punch here. I step off to the side. As I come up, it's a quick one now. Here, again. So I'm doing it now from very close range, coming out that way. Okay, let's get the whole thing. Good. Let's head back a bit faster. And one more. Here, very close range there again. As you get better at twisting your body, more powerful for all these punches, you can deliver devastating power at very close range. You don't need to go. You can go from here, tight, and come straight from that range and force him back. The good thing about these punches here is when you lay your weight into the punch, rather than just stopping it here, you can push forward into his head and then hit him again. The same thing with the palm strikes. Again, instead of just hitting him and recording, hit him, post, pushing his head, and hit him again. That stops him from doing another shot back at you. Rather than just bopping, returning, hit him again. You force him back here, you force him back here by hanging your hand in his head, and hit him again. That will control him, and most importantly, break his balance. When he's not balanced, he can't punch. If you look at some very good boxers, watch old tapes of Prince Nassim, see he always does that. He comes in, throws a huge punch, and then keeps his glove on him, shoves him back, so he can't punch him back and upsets him. It's a great way to upset your opponent, throw him off balance, and make him slower to counter. Now, the spinning hammer fist. How this one works is you get turned off from your opponent, and then he's got to fight you with something before he just beats the crap out of the back of your head. So here's what I'm going to do. I've thrown a punch, maybe he's sidestepped me, maybe he's hit me, and I've gotten off balance, and my back's turned too. I've got to come through really quickly, bring the forearm up, and swing him around that way, and strike him with the forearm. Now, it can be a blind shot, which can catch him anywhere, but I would say to you, if you can, when you're spinning, to keep the spinning quickly, is to turn your shoulders and head. If you turn your shoulders and head quickly, that will give you a really quick spin and good power. On this side, again, I've been turned off from him. I don't want to get pounded. I spin through, bang, catch him with a blind shot. Hopefully he's not coming with his hands up, he's coming in punching. And when he comes in punching, he's open to getting that shot here. It's not one you ever expect to get when you're coming in when someone's pushed off you. It's really can be a desperation shot, but if you practice well, it's a knockout shot. If you don't practice it, it's a desperation shot. They hardly ever work. So take your time to practice it different ways. I've been turned off. I spin my shoulders and head quickly, and I come through to here. You want to aim to follow all the way through past his head out the other side. Even if he blocks it, it will stop him hitting you and give you a chance to recover back ready again. Okay, let's see it in the pads. So, I'm turned off, I'm coming through, bang to here. So, let's do it. I'm turned off, and through like that. Do it again. And one more. all the way through. The force wants to knock him back. If you knock him back and he turns you up, he'll be off balance, you get out of the way. If hands are down, you would take his head right off with this one. Alright, this one is an overhand forearm strike. If you want to see it being used, watch someone like Bob Sapsay in K1 does it all the time. Hits with the here of the hand or the forearm, and he never ever gets called for it at all. Big heavy shot. He brings it down the head, bang, with the edge of the glove and the forearm. And it's usually one of his big weapons to actually stop somebody. And the referee's never calling for it, so you can do it and get away with it if it's done properly. Okay, let's do it. Now, two ways you can use it. One, you're coming over like an overhand right, but instead of throwing a basic overhand right, you strike him with the heel of the glove and the forearm anywhere on the head. And because it's such a heavy downward shot, it really knocks him off balance. That's the first way you can do it. Just come over, bang your whole body down and crush his head. Now the second way you can do it, maybe if I throw a jab here, dips under the jab, that's not it, good. And then you come down, when he's down there, striking your forearm across the back of his neck. You can do it this way too, with the edge, bring, again, so it dips under, and bring the forearm down on the edge of it, as if you're going to crack his skull. What you're really aiming for here actually is to strike the vertebrae in the neck as hard as you can. Bang, down. Really try and crush his neck and go all the way through it. Don't just bounce off of it, crush it. And the good thing is, again, it dips down again, bang. When he's down there, keep your weight on him. That buys you time to push off and go again. I don't want to get a smaller, shorter, good infighter in on me. And he's down again. Again. I can't really get leverage here and here as good as he can because he's shorter than me. He can make very good, powerful punches from being inside me. But I can go bang and hold his head down and then hit him or push off and get out of the way. So the way what you're using is a shorter person coming in tight and his head in your chest, going to the body and then up to the head. So one more time, instead of just standing there normally, we'll come through a huge overhand right, but instead of this one coming down, we go over. I missed his head, oops, bang. Down you go. He dips under another punch, dip under, come through, bang. Okay, I'm very clumsy again, made a stupid mistake there. One more time. Okay. And you smash his neck as hard as you can. And you say, oh, I'm so sorry. Now, watch it again. Overhand right. Missed it. You can see here the mealy part first. Bang and through. Okay, that's good. So we throw overhand right and come down and through. And through. Now, if there's the edge of the arm, then think more of actually cutting down and a bit forward as well. Or you can just go straight down. Both ways are good to do it. So if you go straight down first, go up and down. His head comes in under my punches, get out of there. Now using the forward as well, it's going over, down and forward, that way. With the elbow pushing through my whole body, going into it again. So we go over and forward to forearm, straight through, that way. Now the palm uppercut. You can see this one used in pancrase. Look at any old tapes of Bas Rutten and you see him come up, boom, with the heel of the palm. And you can see him drop Frank Shamrock in one of the fights as well. It's a great shot to use. It's coming straight up here, and again you choke all the way up, bang, use the heel. Okay, actually stop like this one. So if Peter dips down again, so you can see it there, and you're coming up, bang, keep him off you again. It goes right up, chin, nose, temple, eye, anywhere really again when the side of the head or the front of the face is going to do a lot of damage. So he goes under, comes up, bang. Again, I'm throwing a basic uppercut with a glove. Do it again. Here. Okay, I get a bit too close, I accidentally go bang, catch him with the heel of the hand again. It's so fast and quick that no one is going to catch that happening to you with a glove punch on. If you're doing pancreas moves or UFC moves, it's illegal. Just bang, up you go. One time, go under, bang, up you come like that. A huge, huge powerful shot. But it's the best way to do them on the pads. Again, constant drilling will make it work. You have to practice all these moves a lot, like hours, to get really good leverage and also to hide them as well. So, uppercut, heel. Okay, so come for the heels, pick them up. So he comes in, bang, huge, huge shot. Now, next is the back knuckle. If you go back a couple of 100 years, there's a famous bare knuckle fighter called Daniel Mendoza. He fought in England, and it was called Mendoza's chopper. He was one who really popularized this use in bare knuckle fighting. He would use it as a counter. He'd block with one hand, back across, whip it across and down, strike with the knuckles. He used it to cut your eyes, close the eye, cut the nose, and come across. Usually, basically for cutting. With a glove on, you can really hurt some of it. With the bare knuckles, it's really a cutting, tearing weapon. You're not probably going to knock someone out with a backhand. You'll probably hurt your hand really if you knock them out. But it's great coming across, whipping down, and cutting. So here's how he used it. He might parry a punch and come back this way, across and down, across the eye and temple, or the nose, and shoot. So he'd parry a punch, and shoot. He'd bring his elbow up high and shoot. Now you have to remember that in bare knuckle fighting the pace was a lot slower. They'd show less punches and they'd be heavier punches, being a bit slower and more careful not to hit the head, but hitting only the face and the nose. Maybe the odd time between the eyes as well. But we had to be very, very careful not to break our hands. So he had more time to do this and that with that kind of technique. Modern boxing and fighting is a lot faster, so you might not have time to go parry, boom, with the same hand. You might have time, but probably you won't. So the best way to do it in modern style is just to come right across. Again, maybe you missed a punch, you've weaved over, whatever. When you come up, bring your hand out, through and down. You're striking the eyes, the nose. They're the main targets, the bridge of the nose as well. If it comes down, on the bridge of the nose, a great target too. So it comes up and down or across here. So slip over, comes back, flick across. It's a really, really quick shot after a slip. From my head, came back, here, with my head, while down. It goes from here. Doesn't travel very far. You smack it, boom, down his nose. It'll make his eyes water, blind him, and give you time, bang, to follow through with a more basic power shot afterwards. The chopper, or the back knuckle, as it's called nowadays. Out, flick, up, and flick down again. Really a great quick shot to blind someone or cut the nose open. So, you've come over, comes out, bang. Over, and shoot. Over, and shoot. More of a cutting motion. You can see I'm bringing it back. The elbow comes towards me, and shoot. So flick it out. And these knuckles here are doing the main striking. So slip over, and back, over, and back. And one more, over, and back across. If you're bringing it down, you can bring it down that way, up and down, like that. So come over and down, over. And the knuckles here are heavy, dragging deeply along his nose on the way down. The elbow being pulled down, the hips sinking a small bit as well. Elbow, hips sinking down into it. So we slipped over and down, over, and down, over, and down, bang through the nose. The elbow strikes. Now these are used in all martial arts really. Karate, Kung Fu, Thai boxing, mixed martial arts, they all use them. But you'll be using them properly and effectively. So here's what we're going to do. Now, there's 3 or 4 basic round style elbow strikes we can use. Horizontal, coming through, coming down, and even coming up here. They're done with the point of the elbow or the forearm. You'll see the point of the elbow is illegal in most tournaments today, even UFC. But if you use it on someone, it's a devastating. It's illegal because it's so dangerous because of all the cuts it causes. So with the roundhouse elbow, coming through, downward, bang, upward, coming up. Anywhere on the face this land is going to cause serious damage. The eye, the nose, the mouth, the temple, the point of the jaw, the chin, even the eardrum. They're all going to smash apart like that. Ways you can combine them and actually use them well, or one, I throw the jab, he slips off, I come through, bang with a power hand, thanks for coming, bye bye. Or I'm really close, left hook, come over, and through. You can use that with a head grab. I'm going to bring his head in tight to me with a clinch, controlling it here, striking here, send from here over to here like that. If we're tied up maybe over under clinch, I want to split the clinch, come through, bang, clinch again. So I'm in tight from the clinch, I split the clinch, bring my shoulder back for space, this shoulder here come back for space, then bang, through onto the ear that time, split, and through. Now if we're here again, we can also do him into his hands as well. There's a very high guard, just bring it right through, hit him on the wrist again, crush his hand and wrist into his face. You can again crack his wrist here. If you break his hand with this, he won't be hitting him anymore with his hands at all. Come through, bang, like that, do a stop. Key points in doing a quick, powerful elbow strike. 1, the hand is open and a bit relaxed. If it's closed, it has to clench the muscles in the forearm, then you'll be a bit slower and tighter and less powerful. 2, leverage, twist your body through. And every shot you throw, it should always be a leverage shot. There's no time for little flicky shots really. Okay, so the roundhouse elbow first, it comes around here, I'm spinning my waist and shoulders, pushing hard, and letting my elbow go through his head out the other side. So we're coming through. All the way through, like that. Now, if it's coming downwards, flick it up and down. My weight's going to drop a tiny bit down behind it here. Notice my palm is always here. If you turn your palm too much this way, you're going to strike with this muscle here. It's way weaker. Same thing here. Make sure your palm stays here, palm down. Never ever turn into your chest. So we're going down now, over and down, over and down. And do the other glove. And now coming upwards here, bring the point in, especially in the upper glove, okay? The point cuts his face, we'll close his eye as well. So we come up, that way, up, and up. And through like that. Now we're actually going to start getting a bit more dangerous. We're going to use the palms and the gouges to the eyes as well. Now the way to use these is not to actually go and put your finger in his eyes. The way to do them really is to do them off a technique that's like a punch. That way it gives you more time and space to do it with. So if I'm here, Peter, hands up here, and I throw my palm out that way, I open my hand at the last second and smack him in the face with it. Catch the nose, bang, brilliant. On the way back, the thumb goes into the eye and comes out. You can also do it here, post your palm and his head is coming towards you, then look for his eye with your thumb, and then scratch with your nail or push into it to gouge it. Best way to do it there. The advantage of here is he's coming towards me, I put my hand on his head, force him back. That gives me time to find his eye and take it out and then follow through with a punch. Even with a boxing mixed martial arts glove on, if someone does this to you, they'll still get the thumb and close your eye and hold your head so you can't see this hand coming through at all. Doing it this way, just going out and going hop and trying to poke his eye out, that's exceptionally difficult to do. You have a hard enough time actually hitting him in the head with a basic punch. never mind actually finding his eye, boom, in the middle of a fight and gouging it. Best thing is get your hand in the face first by posting, he's coming towards me, posting his face, scratch it out there. Max mode. You can also do it as a basic jab. You're jabbing out, boom, when you jab, open your hand, tongues in the eye again, so we jab out there, bang, scratch off on the way out. Jab, scratch off. Illegally, keep your hand on his head to hold it. When this hand comes off, this one replaces with a big power punch at the end. You're covering his eyes, you're hurting him, he can't see the power punch coming, and because you're touching him, when you have your hand on him, you won't miss him with the other hand. You can easily miss by him moving. Once you're touching him and you throw a punch, you will never ever miss him, if you know exactly where he is. Comes out there, goes across. You can also do the setup as well. Post your palm onto his face, push his head back, and then you're going to fire this hand, bang, into his throat. That's a great shot to use as well. If the palm is coming in, you post your palm onto his chin, force his head up, boom, a very quick shot. Now the shot is like this. It's not really a power, you haven't got time. You post up and you go like that, quick, onto his throat, up, quick to the throat like that. One more time. You push it up, boom, quick, Adam's apple there. Great ways to use it. Now we're getting closer for holding and hitting. There's loads of groups you can use to actually hold some and hit at the same time. The important thing once again is leverage, can't say enough. So let's take up here and I want to throw a punch to the body or the head here. So I'm holding one hand back of his head. Now I'll throw the punch up here, but I must actually use my hips and waist and legs to push into power. So it's no good holding when doing this. You have to quickly push in for power. The same with body here again. If I hit him here to the body, you come over here. You must sink your weight, twist and go bang, 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 not just go. And the same if I'm held in this clinch here and we're in tight, I don't want to be going, I have to go twist, 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 hit him, twisting, again, make some space, twist up, boom, to get him off you. If you're holding his head, hang on to the head, put it towards your elbow, twist your body, bang, bang. This bit here won't really do it. You have to twist there. Now holding, twisting and hitting is really hard to do. That's why you don't see it done that much at all. People just go, do tippy shots. So you gotta practice being here and doing it, bang, being here and doing it up and around and up, even being here and going bang, bang. Take your knuckle, drive it in hard as you can. That hurts me on as well from the clinch. Knuckle here, punch the door down on this side to the spleen. Take your two top knuckles and twist them in at the end, like that. Down, here, down, like that, and you hit him. On the other side, do the same thing to his liver. Hit him really hard in the liver, you seriously hurt him and drop him. Over, down, and push, over, up. Use the top two knuckles for these strikes. Now, if you open any of the old Bareknuckle box manuals, you'll always see this hold. They call it chancery. Nowadays it's called headlock. You've got his head, wedged under your arm, and you're striking here. Now again, point. Don't just thump him with your fist. Twist your body, apply leverage. Stay low, hang on tight. If you come up higher, even more powerful punch, but it's much easier to counter and throw you and escape if you come up higher. So you have to practice getting down low and throwing a full punch from here. You often see as well in the very, very old fights, they'd punch him here and leave their hand here, and they'd gouge their foreknuckle into his eye after they throw the punch. Bang, forearms into the eye, out again, and do it again and again and again, repeated gouging to the eyes in chancery. Now when you're holding his head, I've got it kind of loose now. If you're really doing it, take your hand under his chin. That's very important now. That stops his head getting out. If your hand's under his chin and my thumb now, this bone here in my thumb is holding his chin. That stops him putting his head out. Okay? And also, it's not a great submission, but if you have him here, you can grab on here and squeeze between your ribs here and your forearm here. And you can go for a chokehold here as well by grabbing on here and squeezing tight. There. Someone does it to you in the ring, in a match, it's illegal, but you can just hang on to your head for a few seconds, waiting for the break. And while you're waiting for the break to happen, you're getting choked out, there's no blood coming back down from your head, you're getting weaker and tireder. It's a great way to actually rock someone and tire them out during a match. Hang on and squeeze. As long as your thumb is under the chin, you'll be cutting off the blood supply to the brain, and it will tire them out more and more as the match goes on. In tight.